Inajua, hey. That's how's it going in Swahili. Hope we're all doing all alright today, everybody. Bigfoot's and Boggarts, back with a brand new video. And today's video, we're just doing something for lols, basically. It's not too serious, this video. It's just a quick little catch-up video here. I'm going to go for a walk around through Pleasanton and into Horton Towers. It's a trail I've done before. It's about 8k, I think. Nice and easy. But this time, just because, why not? I'm going to do it barefoot. So yeah, if you want to stick around and see how I get on, please do. Weather report time. Campfire Stories, Lancashire. We've had a very hot week here in the UK, actually. Just on cusp of the 21st of June, the summer solstice. Yeah, we had a very hot week, and as you can see, it's dull and overcast today, which ain't really too bad, because there were one day in particular, man, it got hot. Like, we're getting up near 30 degrees, and I've been at work a lot this week, so you know, I've not been able to particularly enjoy the hot weather in ways that I normally would, like, you know, sitting outside with my chickens for a few hours and, you know, soaking in the rays. I've actually, you know, been looking after people in the heat, which, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's massively cooled down. Yesterday was a lot cooler, and today is cooler still. It's been raining a little bit, and yeah, I thought for the sake of it, for lols, I'll do a walk barefoot. I'll do a hike barefoot. So why the hell not? But yeah, I'm just waffling. Really, that's it. Like, this walk, I've always seemed to have done it in winter time. I don't know why. I always seem to do it like January, February time. I've never actually walked it when it's been summertime. You know, well, I mean, we're just on cusp of summer now, but it's lovely to do this walk and see everything at the height of greenery right now. You know, I know this is a farm field, but just this meadow here, all wildflowers and stuff like that. It's really nice. And then walking through little green belts here and there. Obviously, old bracken ferns, I should say, they're at the height of their bloom right now. So yeah, it's really nice. Makes a nice change of scenery. Right, status reports. I'm walking for about 40 minutes or so now. Feet feel absolutely fantastic. The worst part of doing these barefoot hikes is walking over gravel paths. Oh, they hurt a lot. They're not fun. But I'm literally just, I mean, we're coming into forests now, into green belts between here and Horton Towers. I've just been through cow fields where obviously they've recently just been turned over with all cow manure, and I tell you something, guys, I just walked through cow manure. I was happier than a pig in manure walking through that. Felt amazing on my feet because it was so warm. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Just precariously coming down these steps now. Be a miracle if I don't fall and trip over or whatever. I won't. Who am I kidding? I won't fall over. Hide me. Rock solid. Kind of brings me onto the subject of why did I decide to attempt a long distance hike barefoot today? Not attempt, I will have done this hike by the end of this video, trust me. One, it's to do with my spiritual beliefs. Number two, I'm just a, you know, semi-professional idiot, and I like to dance for all your amusement occasionally. And number three, it's kind of like something to do with Bigfoot as well, which we'll get more into later on. But yeah, as a spiritualist, I massively believe our feet, our bare feet, need to be connected to the earth as much as possible. In the same way that you plug a phone charger into a plug socket to charge your phone up, or whatever electrical device. Us as human beings, because we're so energy based, we need to charge up every so often as well. When our energy is really low, if you're suffering with mental health, if you've been, you know, with a busy project, you need that time to recharge yourself a little bit. And I believe the best way to do that is to walk around barefoot, because shoes restrict us almost as the earth is a conduit for our energy levels. When you've got shoes and socks on, you're blocking that raw natural energy that you can get from Mother Earth. And if you walk around barefoot on the ground like this, it is a great way to sort of connect with Mother Nature and, you know, rebuild your spiritual energy levels back up. Whoa, back on stones and gravel again. Bigfoots and boggers, it bloody hurts. But gotta take the pain, because by the end of this hike I'll feel amazing. I'll feel spiritually recharged. To the day at work, I was engaged in quite a passionate debate / conversation with one of the residents I look after. I can't name him, obviously for GDPR purposes, but he'll know who he is if he's watching this. And we were on about Bigfoot, you know, and he was asking me loads of questions, you know, being very quizzical about my sighting I had in 2018, leaving no stone unturned, because it had been in regards to it being a possible hoax. And one thing that we were talking about quite in depth was the footprints. You know, he was unable to, well, he did understand, but, you know, he was asking me a lot, why was there no footprints left? You know, such a great big creature what you saw, in excess of 8.5 feet tall, probably, you know, close to 800 pounds in weight. Why would such a big creature not leave any footprints? And I was trying to get the point across how footprints are not so easily made in any terrain at all times of the year, and of course Bigfoot is absolutely no exception to that. And you know, you've got to have a variety of different environmental factors in place for a perfect footprint to be made. You know, and the thing is, with in our country especially, you know, our sort of deciduous forests, you know, by far and large, wide variety of, you know, different species of trees in our forests. And the ground, the soil is extremely acidic, and therefore once it's dry, it is firm, it is rock solid. And you'd have to be the weight of a T-Rex, you'd have to be, you know, in excess of 4 or 5 tons to indent surface terrain like that so easily. You know, and of course I'm not giving any discredit to our forest people friends, you know, our woodwooses and Sasquatches and all the rest of them. They're big creatures in their own right, but it's only if the ground is soft and mushy and they're in the right place at the right time that you're going to find one of them footprints. You know, and of course when I saw one, it was the 1st of September and we'd just come out of a heat wave, so that ground, it was rock solid. So there was no footprints, you know, and people have this perception about Bigfoot footprints just going on and on and on for miles and miles and miles in a straight trail, and it's not true as that. And I've already done a video about that ages ago, where I walked from one of my shelters back home, just to make the point that walking in a straight line and leaving footprint evidence is very, very, I can't think of the word that I want to use, but it's far-fetched if you look at it objectively. And of course, I'm not saying I'm a Bigfoot, obviously I'm just some regular bloke, you know, and well, I'm about 14 stone or something. So I'm not like the heaviest man in the world, but I've yet to see a footprint while I've been, you know, walking along right here. Thought I'd cut my camera out then. And obviously another thing as well is one of our legs is ever so slightly longer than the other. So sustaining a walk in a straight line, it's impossible anyway. And if you're a Bigfoot and you're going over multiple terrain types, you know, you're not going to just leave that straight line of footprints. You might leave a heel arch there or a toe print here and there. And you've got to know what you're looking for as well. That's another thing, because footprints are funny things on animals, on any animal, you know. And if you've got a footprint in the snow, say, within the space of an hour, the shape of that footprint can change. If there's more snowfall on it, it might start to thaw out. You know, wind might, you know, change the shape of it. So, yeah, it's gone on a mad rant about Bigfoot. But we all know this anyway, guys. Those of us who are in the know about these creatures, we know that the footprints of them they're not around every corner. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you spend a long time in bush, in wilderness or whatever, in nature, you do get to know footprints and stuff like that. Look at this. Get a load of this. Let's go down, let's have a look. But yeah, so that's another reason why I'm walking barefoot today. I just want to kind of like prove the point, really, once again, that leaving footprints, humanoid footprints, it's not like, I mean, look at this mud here. I'll just step in this. Look at that. Oh, you can see that. Move my foot. You can just see. There's my footprint. Already the water is funneling in from here, and it'll have covered it up in almost no time at all. And it looks absolutely no discernible from any of these other ones. I think that was cow shit. Cow manure. Let me just wipe my feet in here. Oh! It's cold. Stop by a nice little canal just for a quick coffee break. Lovely, lovely stuff, lovely backdrop. Oh. We're kind of at like the halfway point now. From here you head towards like Lower Horton. There's a viaduct and a river that runs by it, and you follow that, and that brings you back into Pleasanton and then home. So yeah, feeling good, feeling strong. Just having a quick little coffee break. But man, I was just sat here and look at bloody state of them. Look like Fred Flintstone's feet, don't they? Apologies for those who are squeamish. In fact, no, I don't apologise actually. If you're squeamish for feet, get a good look at them. One other thing I did want to talk about actually, just on the subject of bare feet and Bigfoot and all that clobber. A friend of mine sent me a really interesting video a couple of weeks ago now, and she just sent it me because she knew I walk barefoot, you know, quite often, and it obviously made her think of me. I mean, you know, let's face it, I'm on the minds of a lot of women at all hours, and men. I don't, you know, differentiate between genders. I like the ladies. The men who, you know, I'm mates with the men. You know, like we can. Anyway, I'm rambling on here, lads. Bigfoots and boggarts. My friend sent me this video of a fella who had lived by choice barefoot for a long time. Only a young fella like myself. And it was really interesting because obviously the shape of our feet are very linear, aren't they? Because we wear shoes. We invented shoes to cover our feet from the elements, in comparison to other great apes, which of course, you know, don't have shoes, do they? They walk around everywhere bare feet. And as I say, the shape of our feet and our toes are linear, and through wearing shoes for decades and decades, when we, you know, obviously we reach old, some of us reach old age, that's why we develop problems with our toes. They start to overlap each other because it's decades, you know, compression on them thanks to shoes. Obviously, if you're barefoot, you don't have that problem. And what you find in the great ape family, particularly gorillas and chimpanzees, is their big toe is very much like sort of separated from the rest of the toes. It's very much on its own, and that's of course because they navigate diverse terrain. I just caught me elbow on some nettles. Anyway, they navigate a diverse range of terrain, and obviously all the weight of the body goes on the big toe every time you take a step. Gorillas and chimpanzees are very heavy creatures, so you know, for that reason they need to, the big toe, it's got to be strong to take all that weight whenever they're leaping through the bushes or they're swinging through the trees or whatever. And you see it a lot in Bigfoot footprints as well. That big toe is separate from the other ones. And this fella, who, again, back to the original point of this entry, this fella who lived barefoot most of the year round, over time his big toe gradually grew apart. The big space came between that and the index toe, and I think that is fascinating. The fact that we can almost like undo our own evolution, and our bodies can adapt quickly to new environmental stresses that we put our body under. So yeah, I'm kind of like channeling that energy at the moment. I'm not saying of course my big toe is going to separate from the rest of the line of my toes overnight, but it would be interesting to see over the course of a couple of years, if I did this sort of stuff maybe once or twice a week, if there would be any change. So, yeah. There's the Pleasington Viaduct. Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm not really that far away from home now. For me, it's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles at the most. Now is that. Remember, I walked 26.5 miles. I will never let you all forget that, Bigfoots and boggarts, till the day I'm dead. And even then, I'll still just come back as a boggart, and I'll, you know, haunt you all and remind you all of my great feat. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm just going to wrap this one up now, because as I say, I've really not got that far to go now until I'm home. And I'm going to have to walk through the busy area of Whitton Country Park, and all people are going to be looking at me like I'm, you know, just come out of a mental asylum. In fact, I hope they do. I might just record it, just for lols, the reactions. Everybody I've seen walking on this trail, none of them, I don't think they've even noticed, to be fair, but they're probably just like, they've been walking their dogs, so they won't notice that I'm barefoot. Or maybe they did, they were just too afraid to say out. But yeah, this week I'm going wild camping again. I can't wait. I'm going back up to the Lake District, and I'm going to Ullswater this time, which is just a bit further on than Kirkstone Pass, where I camped last month. And it's by, you know, Ullswater Lake, which is absolutely magnificent. So I'm going to try and find somewhere up in the hills around there to pitch up for night, but I'm going to be doing some wild swimming as well in Ullswater Lake. So yeah, I'm really excited for that trip, and of course I'll be making a video about that, so keep an eye out for that one. If you made it through to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Legends, as always. Like the video if you want, leave a comment, you don't have to. Share it on social media if you want to. Not really bothered, to be honest. I make these videos for my close peeps, so just up to you. You can share it if you want to, I'll be flattered, but I'm not going to lose any sleep if you don't. So anyway, Hope everybody's alright and takes care of themselves. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye.